What's up? Yes, August 11th, 2021, episode 101. Yes, let's do it. They finally let me out the graveyard. Let me out the chicken coop. Let me out the hoosgow, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Shit, let's have some fun. Damn it. Yeah, I forgot. Last night was the 100th episode of the Halfcast. So yeah, congratulations to me and only me. I got a few things to talk about. Yes. Who would have thought that? First off, shout out to Myron, was the coworker that suggested last year that I start a podcast, and I was like, what am I going to talk about? And and during the this pandemic last year, I wasn't doing nothing here, just sitting. Can't go out, everything shut down, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I just try this? And it sucked, but I stuck with it. And I don't know, 130 episodes, 120, 130 episodes later, it's lukewarm. I'm always changing. I'm always trying to make things better, more interesting. I will be having people in the future. I will be having people on to speak about certain things, just to clown and hang and talk shit with me. That is coming. I just got to make sure that it's fail proof. Yeah, I got to find a fail proof way to do it from remote. Um, I seen a little buzz. Yeah, I seen a buzz about verses between Franklin and New Brunswick. Woo! That would be fun because I grew up on both sides of 27. I really grew up on both sides of 27. And as far as I know, people my age that I grew up with, there are some sharks out there on both sides of the road. Yes. There are some sharks. And I've even had I've had the opportunity to hear some people who should literally like really be in the industry on some mainstream that has the talent. Talent would be a factor. It's not a factor. That yeah, I've heard people on both sides, and even some youngins out there too in the streets. That's just shit nasty. So yeah, I would like to see a versus between Franklin and New Brunswick. It's all love. It would just be for like I don't know, just be all love, just fun, just something for people to come out before the fall comes and everybody got to get back and hunker back down again. That would be cool. That would be really cool. Um, yeah, I got a few stories for y'all, and this I'm really just I just got home, showered not too long ago, and I didn't get a chance to. Well, fuck it, let's do it. Shit. I don't write any of this shit down anyway. It's all just ideas of where I want it to go. Maybe, possibly. Let's do it. Cuomo's final days before he oh come on. Cuomo's final days before he announced his resignation. And what was hilarious is because the Daily News, I think it's the Daily News, the New York paper that always like got those crazy front pages. They called him. He was. They said he was at the end of his grope. Yo, so and how high, what type of political office can you hold where I was giving them the benefit of the doubt because I was being an idiot. I was just joking about it the other day. I didn't know what the hell was actually going on. I was trying to tap dancing around it. And he didn't like grope yeah, he touched a woman's hind parts, which is a no-no unless she wants you to touch her hind parts. He not only did that, but The flagrant three was he actually had the audacity to put his whole hand down a woman's blouse. I don't even think the King of England would do some shit like that today in front of cameras, in front of like. So what was he on? You're just like, yeah, you're just a mayor, buddy. I don't even think the president doesn't even get away with that. You're just a mayor. Like, so yeah, he actually put his hand down a woman's blouse. Like, it wasn't just, see, like a flagrant one would be like, well, it could be misconstrued as a grope. Maybe he lost his balance, or maybe she just brushed him in a way where things were kind of awkward and you can't really definitively tell if he really touched her hindquarters or not. Know what I mean? That's a flagrant one. A flagrant two is like, I don't know, you're going into the locker room, yeah, nice hat. Know what I mean? Nice shot. One of them. That's a flagrant two. He made contact on purpose. A flagrant three is just pure, unabated audacity to someone's private parts with like a little grunt and a little like, and not just a grab, a little like a up, like the let every, yeah, you put a little bit of, put your tendons into it and let them know like, yeah, nice, yeah, that's nice, yeah, ooh. And don't these men be married when they get these offices? Like, you embarrassed your wife. Your wife is attending these events and booking these fundraisers for your next campaign, and you're in an office somewhere rubbing up on a press secretary. Governor Andrew M. Cuomo was wearing everyone down. I bet he was. He was being wronged. He railed to advisors over the weekend, and with few allies left to defend him publicly, who's defending you? Even if like it doesn't matter, it just looks horrible. After a damning state attorney general's report into allegations of sexual harassment, he feared voters were getting an unshakable impression. Gee, you think? Gee, you think, according to people with direct knowledge of his conversations, yeah, the people that's on the inside, like, well, how bad does it? Looks pretty goddamn bad, Andy. Call him Andy. It looks pretty goddamn bad, man. She said you she said you twisted her nipples, man. How did you get your hand down in her bra and everything? Hey man, I thought she was with it. I guess I had to find out after I did it that she wasn't with it. Everyone was talking about 11 women, he complained privately, but only a handful, oh, what a play on words, a handful of accusations were truly damaging, and a vacuum he felt, and those he saw fit to fight. Dude, no matter what level you at, I don't care if you're scraping gum off the church pews, don't touch anyone unless, don't, just keep your hands to yourself. Never mind the toll that the report was having on some of those closest to Mr. Cuomo, including his brother Chris Cuomo. Like, damn, like, yo, bro, you got me in a basket. I'm trying to stick up for you, putting my neck on the line, trying to stick up for you. Keep your hands to your fucking self. Caused an outcry, and his top aide, Melissa DeRosa, who had already been considering stepping down for weeks, you should have, yeah. And it's fucked up when you really believe in somebody and you know they dead wrong. It was a saying. I was reading something earlier. It was a Twitter post that said, "You can't always you can't always believe the side of the story from the people that you fuck with, because they be lying too. Just because you fuck with them, don't believe they side of the story all the time, because they be wrong too. Right, man? You can't. Hey, it happens. Like, you want to root for the guy, but you know, like, you got. I've seen you do it before, Andy. Damn. Never mind that a new revelation from the investigation that Mr. Cuomo had harassed a female trooper. There it is, on his security detail. Damn. You just can't. Yo, what are you? He's worse than the. Oh man, had astonished even those who knew him. It's like, yo, we knew you've been a perp. I've known you for 25 years, Andy, and you've done some you've done some weird shit, man. But a trooper, man, I never thought you could beat that that fondling of the fucking stewardess back in '87, man. Wow. Yeah, you had them ready to land the plane. The governor's circle had always been small to the point of claustrophobic, but increasingly on the question of resign or fight, Mr. Cuomo was becoming a coalition of one. Yeah, don't nobody want to go down with that ship. That's a bad ship to go down for. Like, if misappropriation of funds in office, maybe the people that work around you can get over that eventually. Nah, man, like, but if you're standing up for a guy that has a history of groping people to the point where y'all covered it up that it got so it got so out of control that you couldn't even cover it up no more. Just off the stature of the people that was like, okay, well, a working class woman just came in to vote or something. You're talking about people that work along with you in office, and they see you do this shit every day until you did it to them. Most had given up on trying to talk them out of it. You can't win, Rocky. Even even if they were not encouraging him to press on. Yeah, he should have stepped down. He should have been. Yeah. First off, don't if you're running a campaign and these people you're you've made an agreement to trust each other 100%, and these people ran this campaign and carried you into office, then the best you could do is to like carry yourself in a fashion that don't make them look like that what they did was for nothing, that they were stupid for even being in your corner in the first place. That would hurt more. That would hurt. Yeah, that's really what's messed up. Is that damn? We counted on you to keep it in your pants for at least 4 years, Andy. Goddamn. You couldn't keep it to yourself, could you? You know, hey, and you get the type of people that, yo, man, you could have went on vacation and we could have made a couple phone calls where you were somewhere outside the city and we could have got that itch scratched for you, Andy. We know how you like it. Let's get this perv off my page. Pervs 2 times in a row. How about that? Next up. Deeply, deeply, deeply. American. Yep, here we go, baby. American airline staff used duct tape to restrain a 13-year-old boy accused of trying to kick out a window. And damn right, that's what I'm talking about. There will be no fuckery accepted from no gender, religion, from whatever. I don't care who you are. If you get somebody up, if you want to act up 40,000 feet in the air, and yeah, and you want to start trying to kick windows out, and we're in a sealed, a vacuum sealed pressure tube in the sky. Yeah, I don't care. Strap your crying ass down. I don't know. You give that young boy an opioid. Give that boy an opioid on the chocolate milk and put his rowdy ass to sleep for the rest of the flight. Either that, or what do? You duct tape his ass down. That's right. You sit your ass still until either you show that you can control yourself at 13. You should know that that's a very stupid thing to do. And I do understand that some people have like mental conditions. If you have a mental condition, before you go on flights, go see your doctor. Go see a doctor. Or like I proposed in a previous half cast, I was saying that if you're like if you have like behavioral disorders or mental disorders, if you have anxiety or something like that, then at least have a doctor make up some type of bracelet, some type of color code or signs. So when you're going through TSA, or even when you're like you could register it with your flight, whatever your flight information. So at least if you're on board a flight and you start to trip out, that people know that, okay, well, he's schizophrenic or he has anxiety or she has like something where she gets like panicky or something, so they know how to treat you. They just don't slam you and tape you down and act like you acting up. Maybe you actually have a medical condition, where if you wear one of these bracelets or if you have it on your travel flight information, that they know like, okay, well, he's missing his medication or he didn't take, yeah, like that would really make sense. But 13-year-old boy, yeah, such a badass now. What happened? Witnesses told CBS in LA that a boy became disruptive about an hour into an American Airlines flight. Yeah, we made it all the way through the search, through everything. We made it all the way up the steps. You were fine. I got you a root beer float. I got you a cheeseburger. You were good and everything. And as soon as we get as high up in the air as we could possibly be, now you want to act brand new. Tape his dumb ass down. They said the boy became physical with his mother and tried to kick out a window. Why? A video shows passengers helping to restrain the boy as a member approached with duct tape. You see, they're keeping that duct tape handy. Yeah, you're not dealing with, and these are staff members, and I'm pretty sure that they're trained to take care of certain situations, but they're not trained as like as an air marshal would be to handle this type of shit. So the best thing in that situation is for them to have teamwork and hold that boy down, duct tape him still, so he's not a threat to himself or any other passengers on the flight. Good work. Shit. A video obtained by CBS in Los Angeles appears to show a 13-year-old boy being duct taped to a seat on an American Airlines flight. And now, see, and if I was the mom, I'll be like, look at you. You're looking all stupid in front of all these passengers. They looking at you like you're crazy. Like, like a traditional mom should do. Look at you. I bet you won't act up no more next time you get on a plane. That's why I don't take you nowhere. They start talking shit to him. Witnesses told the news station that the boy had become physical toward his mother about an hour into the flight from Maui to Los Angeles. I think that's a long ass flight. The boy also tried to kick out a window on the aircraft. You idiot. They got the video. I'm not going to play the video. The flight took off from Hawaiian island of Maui on Tuesday, 12:30 p.m. local time, and was scheduled to land in Los Angeles 5 hours later. 5 hour flight, bro. And you gonna act up? Oh no, you not. Staff duct tape a passenger to a seat on a Frontier Airlines to Miami in Airlines flight to Miami in July. Oh, this is a separate occasion. Who was caught on video? Yeah, this was the dude. That was the dude that caught the flight from, I think it was Philly, and he got drunk. And he got drunk and walked into the bathroom. He had 2 drinks on the flight, right? This is the guy from before. He had 2 drinks on the flight. They gave him a third drink. Why? He was touching on, he was groping. See, he was a flagrant 2 groping. Now, man, he was a flagrant 2 groping. Now, a hand up the skirt would actually, that would have been a flagrant 3. He probably would, yeah. But they said he went into the bathroom and he came out with his shirt off and put his arm around both the flight attendants. Like, what do you think this is, bruh? And they locked his ass up as soon as he got to Miami. That was another instance. Yo, they not having this shit. They already on the fence about having people taking flights anyway with this COVID shit. And then you get on the plane and want to act a fool. Like, stop it. Stop it. Wow. Next up, yeah. Delete this. My non-alcoholic beverage, which I'm really starting to like, is the energy herbal tonic. From 7-Eleven. Uh, gang accused of setting up fake charity, recruiting children to sell food to fundraise. I don't, yo, if I just had to go off of what this first this first line read, the headline read, is until I read this, I want to see what's wrong. I'm really interested in this. What's wrong with it doesn't matter if you're a gang, if you're just a group of people or whatever, maybe you did some things in the past and maybe you're trying to make them right. I mean, maybe you're just trying to do good in your community. Who cares what side of the fence you want? What's wrong with that? Yeah, see, I'm unbiased. That's good journalism, is being unbiased. A gang was accused of setting up a fake charity and recruiting. How many of these charities out here are really taking the proceeds and really helping the people that are registered to be legal? Like, yeah, how about that part of it? And recruiting children to sell food door to door in order to fundraise. So, what are they doing with the money? I guess what they're actually doing with the money would make it like, let's see. The Office of Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr released a statement accounting for the 14 indicted on 15 charges of human trafficking. Oh, I was rooting for you. Racketeering, criminal street gang activity, charity fraud, and money laundering. What did they? Oh, I was rooting for the guys. We will charge gang members who try to exploit our children in order to further their criminal enterprise, Carr said. We will not tolerate it, and we look forward to presenting our case in court. So, what were they? Where was the money going? The Georgia Bureau of Investigation was the lead investigator on this case. The Georgia Secretary of State's office made the initial referral through the Charities Division and assisted in the investigation. Top priorities for the GBI are to conduct criminal street gang, human trafficking, and crimes against children investigations. This case is an example of our commitment to working with the Georgia Attorney General's office to conduct cases that lead to successful prosecution. Where the fuck were they doing? Okay, stop that dancing around the goddamn list. Where's the meat and potatoes? The fact the fake charity had been operating under the guise of Georgia Peach Youth Club of America Inc. for nearly 4 years. Wow. According to investigators, they said the group operated in several Georgia counties from October 2017 until May 2021. According to the Atlanta Journal Constitution, the indictment said adults involved in the fake charity recruited children from economically disadvantaged areas of Atlanta using a variety of different methods. The organization advertised that kids would get rewards and prizes if they sold a certain amount of candy or food or other items. So what the okay, the Georgia Peach Youth Club describes itself on Facebook as a work and recreational program for teens against gun violence and drugs. Phone number listed for the program was not working, and the group did not immediately respond to emails seeking comment. The indictment returned by a grand jury in Cherokee County, a suburban area northwest of Atlanta, where prosecutors say the children were taken to knock on doors, makes no mention of how much money the children allegedly raised through the candy sales. So, what the the nine Trey Bloods was that them? I don't know. It still doesn't say like did they. I don't know. The human racketeering and the child yeah, the dealing with the children that's what makes it look bad. But it doesn't say like they were stealing anything from anybody. Like they were selling plates. And who's to say that they weren't like giving these children money to put in their pockets instead of doing things like selling drugs and carrying guns? Like I would really have to read have like be more, have more details on what exactly happened. And I'm not being naive, and I'm not like trying to like. I'm just saying like I want to see like both sides. Like if they were involved in illegal activity, okay, that's wrong. But were they actually like having children uh actually working just under the table? Like it's not really racketeering and child trafficking if the children are getting paid for what they're doing. Come on. Maybe I am a little biased. Hey, you gotta root for the bad guy sometimes. Maybe the bad guy ain't always so bad. Next up. Oh yeah, yeah. And I like this. Basketball coaches, I don't like it, but basketball coaches indicted for murder after allegedly making 16-year-old girl practice in extreme temperature. And there was a tweet earlier this morning before I left that I seen, and it was something like teach your kids that it's okay to say no to adults. That just because adults like they are in a position to tell children what to do, that yeah, like teach your children that it's okay to say no to adults, because in cases like this, like yeah, if and I would tell my child in cases like that if you feel like you can't go no more, if you start to feel dizzy, if you start to feel weak, and they keep telling you to go on and they keep pushing you, then you have my full permission to tell the coach to fuck off. Yeah. And if he says something about being kicked off the team, fuck the team. Yeah. I'll go play somewhere else and come back every year and whoop your goddamn ass until I graduate. Put my nuts on your best, on your star players, put them on posters. I'm going to eat them. I'm going to eat his kids. No, this is serious though. Like we've heard about different sports, football, outside sports, where even in college, players are dropping dead from heat exhaustion and having heat strokes, and they're doing 2 days, and they're out like this and everything. Like yeah, like I would really like tell your children, if they're going to these practices and you can't be there all the time, to monitor like how they're training these children. You can't be there all the time. They always let your kids know that it's okay to say like, well, if you start to feel symptoms of heat exhaustion, if you start to feel fatigue, if you start to feel like you can't, and coaches are meant to push you, right? They're meant to push you. But if you in your body feel that you can't go no further, that you feel like you're about to, yeah, tell that coach to go fuck himself. Yeah. Two basketball coaches have been indicted for murder and other charges after a 16-year-old girl died practicing in extreme heat. What are you doing? If basketball is inside, can't you get like, don't they have air conditioning in most of these facilities where you practice inside? Head coach La Rosa Maria Walker Asakari, what? And that's what, four names. And assistant coach Dwight Broom Palmer were formally charged with murder, cruelty to children, involuntary manslaughter, and reckless conduct back on July 1st, records show, but media outlets first reported the development on Tuesday. It is almost 2 years to the day since young Imani Bell died practicing with the girls' basketball team at Elite Scholars Academy in Clayton County, Georgia. Whoa, due to the extreme heat and humidity outside. What were you doing practicing outside? Do you not have a facility? Amani began experiencing early signs of heat illness and we should be also, for these outside sports, we should also be teaching our children to notice these signs themselves and not depend on coaches and trainers to depend for to because when you're dealing with a program that may have a lot of children to like one or two trainers or one or two coaches, then it could possibly be too late before like somebody actually notices and takes action on these type of symptoms. So every player should be schooled also on how to notice these signs in your body. Like said a conditioning drills, defendants directed her to perform. Defendants observed Imani experiencing early signs of heat illness during the outdoor practice, but nevertheless directed Imani to continue performing the conditioning drills with their team and directed Imani to run up the stadium steps. That's when I would have told my sweet daughter Imani that you could go fuck yourself and I'm going to give me some Gatorade and I'm going to fuck home. Yeah, and we'll talk. And I'll bring my parents up here tomorrow to discuss what's going on with you. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation's autopsy report said that coaches at the scene gave Bell water as they saw her falling behind teammates during practice. It's not Water is not always just going to have you like, you might need water, you might need to take like a salt tablet. Nah, man, you might just need to rest and cool off. Damn, nah, I mean, during practice. The school district, however, reportedly had a policy to suspend athletic activities when heat index reached 95 degrees. What? Okay, so 95, we don't have outside practice. Okay, cool. Temperatures were reportedly as high as 97, and the heat index was 103 degrees. So the own policy that was put into place to keep these kids from going to what happened to that young lady, y'all just ignored it, and that's what happened. Miss Bell attempted to run with the girls for the last lap, but was unable and did a fast-paced walk. The report read. One of the coaches noticed Miss Bell was tired, so he started walking the last lap with her and encouraged her. Fuck you, man. Do you get a bonus if she makes the last lap? No. The coach accompanied her, encouraged her, and might have physically helped her up the stairs. Fuck you, man. As Miss Bell neared the top, she leaned into the rail and then went limp, the report said. Bell had no underlying conditions. Defendants in the lawsuit were the Academy's athletic director, the girls' basketball team coach, the school's principal, the assistant principal. Yeah, get them all in there. And other identified school officials connected to that practice on August 13th, 2019. Yeah, get them all in there. The 16-year-old died primarily from a heart attack she had because of physical exertion and high temperature. According to the autopsy, she suffered from hyperthermia resulting from the body's inability to regulate heat and rhabdomyolysis, skeletal muscle breakdowns. Wow. Please, like, yeah, make sure these coaches and these trainers, if you're a parent and you can't like be at every single practice, just make sure it's known that you're not gonna be running my kid to death. You're not gonna run my fucking kid to death. Next, here we go. And love. Colorado. Colorado dad charged with murdering wife found her text with lover. It's a new day. Prosecutors say, hey, listen, ladies, please erase your text messages. Erase them. Yeah. He can be jealous as long as he wants. As long as he doesn't find anything, he has no choice but to keep loving you, baby. Yeah. Yeah. You know, Suzanne and Barry Morphew's marriage was at the center of testimony during the second day of the 53-year-old father's preliminary hearing in Salida, Colorado, Tuesday. Prosecutors said, yeah, man, you got to learn how to. Yeah, you don't know. See what you do? You don't lock your phone. Don't lock your phone. Just don't have anything there. Yeah, prosecutors said that the couple was feuding 2 days before Suzanne, a 49-year-old mother of two, went missing. How long were they married? Hey, if you've been married over 20 years, that's a retirement. Y'all should be happy. Let's just be friends now. I'm done. I could care what you. I'm done. I could care what you've been up to for years. We just need to figure this out civilly. She texted her husband on the morning of May 8th, later on that afternoon. They were fighting about money. According to cell phone records, money will drive a wedge between a relationship quickly. And investigators describe Barry Morphew as suicidal. I promise you are wrong about all the crazy thoughts about me. He texted around, but only a fool would stray from an angel like you. That's some shit I would text that. When I'm dead, which won't be okay. Well, I won't be suicidal. Yeah. When I'm dead, which won't be long, you guys will be taken care of. What the hell is wrong with you? No wonder she wanted to get the hell away from you. She thought maybe a dick pic would be the wedge to drive, would be the one thing that wedge you apart. Like shit. I promise you are wrong about all the crazy thoughts about me. He texted around 3:52 p.m. that day. Already had the pistol in his mouth. I mean, only a fool would stray from an angel like you. That, oh my God, that would be me back when I was drinking. Suzanne Morphew had been exchanging texts, selfies, and audio messages with an alleged lover before she vanished. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you not know that you might be away from him, but in his head, you are still together? They alleged that before I leave an angel like you. It is fucked up. I'm sorry. They alleged that her husband discovered the communications and killed her in a rage. Wow. You see, that's the difference between me, is that if I would have found that, that would have been like, okay, now I can finally stop trying. Shit. Never thought she would break. I couldn't wait. Damn. Shit. I thought she really wanted to keep this thing together. Me and her, this whole me and her shit. God, man. I'm so glad. Shit. I wish she just would have told me. If she just would have told me, then we just could have ended this fucking charade and I could have went on about my business. Yeah. God. Was home sunbathing. Oh man, Suzanne Morphew was at home sunbathing on Saturday, May 9th, when prosecutors said she sent her last text, which was a photo of herself to her alleged boyfriend. You can't have a boyfriend. We still married. After that, he texted back asking about the weather, but she never responded. Oh my God. Barry Morphew has maintained his innocence throughout countless unsuccessful searches for Suzanne Morphew. Damn, what? They still can't find her body and issued a $100,000 reward for her return. In a home video, he theorized that she may have been abducted. He did something to that woman. Oh, this should be on ID channel. He has also speculated in interviews with reporters that his wife may have been killed by a mountain lion. Get the fuck out of here. Now you clowning the cops, Barry. They're going to get your ass. In court Tuesday, his attorneys reminded prosecutors that he spoke with them at least 23 times in a year leading up. Beautiful lady. Wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did that shit. Look at one picture. I'm supposed to be unbiased, right? Yeah, he did that shit. Yeah, Angel. Authorities say in early interviews, Barry Morphew told police Suzanne Morphew was his angel since she was 17 years old, and they've been together for 32 years and said they love each other to death. He meant that. He really meant that shit. Watch out for them type of guys, lady. You got to get yourself a guy like me that'll just have a shot, and forget about it. Yeah. Next story. Wow, that's fucked up. I hope that family gets some closure out of that. Woo. Last story. Here we go. How we doing on time? 37 minutes. A chunky one. McDonald's workers staged armed robbery to split money with gunman. I don't know how much money they keep in the safe in McDonald's, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't a lot. Because if they don't keep any money, they don't keep a whole lot of money in that safe at Family Dollar. They don't keep a lot of money in the safe at McDonald's. They probably have regular drops just at random times. A Texas teenager has been arrested on suspicion of setting up an armed robbery at the McDonald's where he worked. They look like a girl. Nicholas Brinkman, 17, at how can you look like a girl at 17 still? Nicholas Brinkman is accused of aggravated robbery following an incident at the fast food restaurant in Spring on August 9th. According to the Harris County Precinct 4 Constable's Office, deputies responded. What the fuck is that? Harris County Precinct 4 Constable's Office. What the fuck? That's not a sheriff. It's not police. A constable. No wonder they're doing crime. They don't respect your badges. The deputies responded to the McDonald's restaurant. What do they call the fry cops? What are they? The fucking French fry cops? 22815 Cypress Drive. The manager then told deputies that his employee Brinkman was robbed at gunpoint at the drive-thru for all the cash in the register. Yeah, all 73 bucks and some coupons for free ice cream sundaes. Yeah. After reviewing the surveillance footage, it was determined that Brinkman had set up and all the buffalo sauce and the Big Mac sauce to arm the robbery with the suspect so they could split the money between them, which would be about $36 and 3 packets of Big Mac sauce. The 17-year-old later admitted to police that this was the case. And he bitched out. So not only did you not make anything off of it, you lost your job and you caught a charge, and now you probably won't be able to work fast food or any other job where you got to handle money ever again. Nicholas Brinkman was arrested and booked in the Harris County Jail, charged with aggravated robbery. His bond in court have not been set at this time because they don't take McDonald bucks. McDonald's has been contacted for comment. Oh shit! The suspect is accused of walking up to a 20-year-old female employee inside a McDonald's at two. Oh, this is a different. I don't know why they run the stories together. He is also accused of. Yeah, this is a whole separate case. Yeah, damn. Yo, it be the NYPD center, man. Nah, that's so different. Yo, it's been fun. McDonald's been going through. It's been a rough pandemic for McDonald's. Jesus Christ. And just fast food, period. But McDonald's been getting treated like a fucking redheaded stepchild. But yes, that being said, I'm gonna wrap this up. If you fucks with the podcast, holla at me on Twitter at Rise and Shine or Halfcast AJ, HALFCAST AJ. Find the other episodes, the other 126 maybe episodes. It would be good if I had an exact number for y'all. Then y'all, you can find those on Anchor or Spotify at AJ Podcast. Taco Meat 05, TACOMEAT 05 on Instagram. Or you could just holla at me on Facebook, on the messenger, or just hit my page. I love you guys. You have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'll talk to you very, very soon. Adios.